After punches were thrown at a McNeil middle school teacher last week while he was trying to break up a fight, Wichita Falls parents had an opportunity to meet and ask questions with WFISD staff this morning.
The discussion took place after a meeting of the District Safety and Security Committee on various security updates. Jaron Spohr was there and has more in our top story.
I think all of us are here because we have really serious concerns where I feel often that I'm sending my kid into a battle zone.
Every day.
I'm trying not to get super emotional, but Saturday at dinner, my 7th grader is teaching my fifth grader how to avoid getting hurt every day at school.
The safety of students was the center of concern between parents and WFISD staff in an impromptu session Monday right after the Safety and Security Committee meeting.
I was told that the student that was bashing my daughter's head in would not return to McNeil this year. And she was back in less than 2 weeks. Now my daughter is homebound and I'm still paying for therapy and everything out of my pocket.
Acting Superintendent Debbie Dipree says the state of Texas is clear when it comes to discipline and safety at schools.
This details in here for you. What happens is required to happen if law enforcement determines that there has been an assault. That is something that is described here as well, how that works. Where we get into the weeds and where we have difficulty is determining the difference between an assault and mutual combat.
Dipree says figuring out if it was a fight between two people who were friends yesterday but mad at each other today, or if it was an assault, is a discussion that has to happen within a course of an investigation.
That our educators are required to investigate thoroughly and listen to all sides of any kind of incident that occurs at school. You want that for your child. You don't want your child to be falsely accused by someone and an administrator simply take that other child's word for it.
One thing that is clear is finding a solution to the problem is something both parents and district officials want to find. But finding solutions is no easier than placing blame for fights. One parent says the district should consider banning cell phones on campus, but another disagrees.
Those kids that are circling up, that's mine.
The bystanders?
Yeah, that's my main concerns, because if we start cutting that out, then maybe those fights aren't going to take place because they get cheered on and there's Instagrams, there's McNeil fights, there's McNeil bathroom pics. I don't know if any of you
There's been another teacher beat in this district that wasn't.
Pictures are up.
If there's not video, there's no evidence.
Dipree and the parents who came to the meeting believe even with no clear answers, dialogue is always useful. Because in the end, they both have the same goal of protecting the students and staff.
I do want to thank you. You've given us lots to think about, lots of good ideas. I'm gratified that you willing to take the time. That's important.
Thank
know
you
that I'll do all I can.
Thank you for staying afterwards.
During the committee meeting before the discussion, the Safety and Security Committee talked about putting in metal detectors that are now in storage and about how that process will work.
They also talked of requiring students to use ID cards to help with the problem of students going on campuses where they're not supposed to be.
Further discussion on both of those items will need to take place with the school board.